Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlogs. I'm finally going to begin with my scout reports for the 2016 NFL Draft. Now during my days off, I'm going to be aiming to give you at least 10 scout reports per day. That's going to be like Saturday overnight, Sunday morning, Monday overnight to Tuesday morning, during Tuesday day, and then Thursday as well. So for for the remainder of the couple of months before the NFL draft, I will give you guys scout reports. Like I said, I'm gonna aim for 10 of each day, so like 4 days with at least 10 scout reports. That is what I'm aiming for. Now for today, I'm going to talk about some quarterbacks entering this year's draft, and I'm going to start things off with this report for Jared Goff, my top quarterback entering this draft out of Cal. Now he's hailing from Nevada, California, and he was a star in the North Coast section of the state, and he was a big time star, one of the actually a legend according to some people. He was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school, and he was pretty much an immediate driver's seat at quarterback as a true freshman, breaking 19 school records with over 3,500 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Sonny Dykes and the company definitely saw great promise in this quarterback. For the remaining 2 seasons, he did a good job throwing the football, 35 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions in 2014, and in this past season, 43 touchdowns and 13 picks. Did a great job. Well, just over 12,000 yards passing this in his career, 96 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in his 3 seasons. Decided to forego his senior season to enter this year's draft. Now it's time for me to talk about his strengths and weaknesses. And then first of all, his strengths, he does demonstrate a strong, accurate arm at quarterback. He did have 62.3% in his completions. That's not bad. I have to give him some credit for that. Now as far as his throwing mechanics, he does a good job as far as his footwork and using his lower body. And the other things I do like is that he has a snappy, over-the-top release, which I do like. Another thing I do like about him is that he can give you a good zip through tight windows and coverages. I think this is a good trait for him, and NFL scouts have noticed that because of the high-flying passing attack that Cal had. And also, another thing I do like about it is that he can throw the deep ball pretty well. I think he throws the deep ball just well enough. He has just enough arm strength to throw the deep ball, and if he gives you some over-the-top sideline passes as well. Now I did mention his footwork and his lower body. He does a good job as far as that mechanics. Most of the time he does set his feet well. And then the last thing I do like about him is that he does keep his composure and he shows mental toughness. Now according to my opinion, I didn't really believe that he had such an amazing supporting class and the greatest offensive line. That's just my opinion, not bashing the Cal Bears. They still had a high explosive offense, but I think that he did have some issues where the offensive line kind of disappointed me in my opinion, and he had to take in a couple beatings during the season, but he still showed that mental toughness to actually lead the team to a couple of key victories. Now it's time for me to talk about his weaknesses. Now he doesn't always throw with his feet set. I've noticed that a lot. He can sometimes throw off of his back foot. That's mainly due to the fact that when he had to deal with a lot of pressure. Now he had struggles against teams like UCLA, Utah, and USC. But I will give him credit, coming towards the end of the season 2015, he did have a couple of good games over Arizona State and a good Stanford defense. So it definitely shows that he has the capability to overcome, to keep his feet set, and he did say he is going to work on that. Now a couple other things that I do notice about him during his career, because he used Sonny Dykes' high spread offense, he wasn't really under center for most of his career. He actually played a lot from the shotgun, where he had to do a little bit easier, quicker releases, and made his receivers create the plays. Now he did have a couple of decent receivers, but they weren't big names. Kenny Lawler, I think I had a little bit disappointed in him. He is a touchdown hog, but as far as his yardage, he was a little bit very inconsistent this past season. Like I said, he could deal with a couple things under pressure. He showed a little bit problems under pressure against top defenses. So when he plays in the National Football League, will he still maintain that composure and overcome pressure and just create plays on himself? He did show that a little bit coming towards the end of this past season. Now one last thing, I did mention he played under Sonny Dykes' offense. This is a major concern. I did just mention this, but because of the fact that he plays in a spread offense, a lot of NFL scouts kind of fade away from him. But this quarterback is a little bit different because of his accuracy as well as his release. He does a pretty good job as far as his release. Most spread offensive quarterbacks is a little bit of a systematic quarterback, and coaches and scouts of the NFL want their quarterback to play under center in different situations. So he needs to do a better job as far as his reads and doing reads under center. But he does have quality field vision in my opinion. Now, as far as my projection for him in this year's draft, I definitely believe that he will be a top 10 pick. I think it's going to be between him and Carson Wentz of North Dakota State as the first quarterback taken. I think a team possibly can go with Wentz because I believe that he is the better he has the most potential to become the better quarterback. I did admit that, but I still put Goff as my top quarterback, and it's a little bit of a toss-up here. I understand if a team goes with Carson Wentz, and let's not forget about Paxton Lynch, but I think it's going to be between Wentz and Goff, but I definitely see Goff going in the top 10 of this year's draft. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I have many more scouts for you for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Hakeem McCall. Be easy.